friends, welcome to my channel. This is the Sun Woman, and to those celebrating Thanksgiving, happy, blessed, and safe Thanksgiving to you all, and happy full moon in Gemini to everyone. So this full moon is taking place on November 25th in the signs of Gemini and Sagittarius, and we all know that during the full moon our emotions are heightened. There is definitely a atmosphere for psychic and intuitive energies being very strong. We know also that during the full moon things can come to light. There can be revelations of information that we were either not expecting or were hoping to uncover. So during this full moon in Gemini, you will find usually that through conversations, through some sort of communication, you may be getting information to help you resolve something that you were hoping to resolve. This could be a long-standing situation, and there is a strong sense of spirituality in this full moon because the opposite sign of Gemini is Sagittarius, and that 9th house and 3rd house connection rules the connection between the higher mind and the logical mind that we use on a daily basis. So the connection between our spiritual nature, our spiritual mind, and the daily perception that we receive, the daily messages that we receive. Now, what I've decided to do this month is continue on with the full moon readings, and I also wanted to address the concept of twin flames because this full moon is in Sagittarius and Gemini, Gemini being the sign of the twins. There's a definite connection between the twin connection, and we'll find that that is, can affect all of us in some way depending on where it falls in our charts. Now, just to address twin flames, we talk about twin flames, soulmates, and if you think about it, we're all on some level looking for that other soul that is going to complete us. Now, what exactly is a twin flame? Well, in the different descriptions that I've read and that I've found interesting, the twin flame is really a different and more profound connection in many ways than even a soulmate. Okay, while we can actually have many soulmates in our lives, which can be platonic or romantic, which can be family connections, friend connections, there is really only one twin flame. And this is because the twin flame is understood as generally a physically embodied soul expression, which is the polar opposite, or excuse me, the complementary aspect to our own soul. So the other half of our soul. I've heard it explained by those who are way more spiritually advanced than you or I may be, and who have more depth of knowledge on the subject. I've heard them explain that in a sense, when the source of everything, God force or the universe, or however you want to name the force that has created all of us, when that source was dividing itself into infinite expressions of consciousness, okay, infinite souls, for the purpose of experiencing itself and experiencing life and existence on a physical level, each soul coming to experience that connection was split into two parts of a whole. Okay, so therefore the twin flame can really be understood to be the other half of one's own soul. Now, what I've done, I've posted actually on my blog. If you check out Tumblr, which I've started a new blog on Tumblr, which could be just connections to my own channel or interesting articles that I found that I just want to share. And then I'll also be doing some writing and some poetry as well. I will be posting some more articles on twin flames. Now, what I'd like to just go ahead and do in this reading this month is go through each of the signs and see if we concentrate on the connection of twin flame connections. I want to see what the messages are for each of the individual 12 signs as far as whether we are with our twin flame, whether we are waiting to become connected with our twin flame, whether, again, we are seeking that connection, or whether we are questioning whether we have met that person, or whether there are boundaries or limitations to meeting that person. But know that with the twin flame connection, there are some signs. One of the signs is a really intense acceleration of our evolution, meaning that, meeting that person brings about some tremendous change in our life. So there's intense chemistry, and there's a rapid acceleration of our personal development and their personal development. So some major change in our life is brought about by meeting this person. Their energy spurs us on or inspires us to create deep changes and transformations in our life. There's also a sense of knowing when you meet your twin flame. There's a feeling that you have with them that's unlike any other connection that you've had in this life. You'll feel something unspeakable between your heart and that person's heart. There's also either a sense of peace or chaos. So meeting the twin flame, keep in mind, is really not for the faint of soul or for the faint of heart, because we can have an unbelievable expansion in our lives, or there can be a lot of chaos that takes place because of the tremendous change that we are allowing to take place in our lives, okay? And there, in any way, that connection is going to challenge us to our core. And on a sexual level, if this is, that twin flame connection, that romantic twin flame connection, we may experience very powerful sexual connection with that person that may be unlike any we've ever experienced. There may be the feeling of an outer body experience during the sexual connection, and there may be just a feeling of mergence with that twin soul that is very different than anything else you've experienced, and kind of wipes away time, space, and the sense of, being physically embodied in this world. So there are other connections, there are other clues that will connect us to, will give us the sense that we've met our twin soul. Let's just go ahead and go through each of the 12 individual signs and see what the message is this month of November on this full moon in Gemini and Sagittarius, and see what the messages are for finding, keeping, or attracting our twin souls and our twin flame. All right, let's get to the individual readings. Hello, Capricorn. This particular full moon in Gemini is going to be illuminating your 6th house. Now, how does that affect you and either your search for your twin flame or your current partnership? Well, the 6th house is the house of service. On a more mundane level, it is the house of work, our daily routine, our daily grind. It is our how we go about our lives and what we do. It's ruled by Virgo. Virgo is the sign of of service and of work. So very much it's how are you serving the world, or what are you doing, what are you offering to the world as your service that would attract that twin flame energy to you, okay? Any type of charitable, nonprofit work that we do, anything where we are giving of ourselves to the world on some level, is where that 6th house energy is going to be. Now, the opposite of that is the 12th house, and the 12th house is the house of our fears, It is the house of our subconscious mind and our subconscious, our karmic connections, and what residue is left over that we need to clear out of our lives in order to move on to the next level spiritually and karmically. So you're going to find that perhaps through your service and through through changes and activity in your sixth house area, perhaps your work, perhaps any charitable work that you're doing, whatever it is that you are doing to serve humanity, can help you clear away any type of karmic debts that you have, or karmic residue, and help attract that twin flame energy to you. If you're already in a partnership, what can you do together as as a couple to offer yourselves over to humanity, to the world? What can you do to serve each other without asking for anything in return on a daily basis? Okay, we're not talking about down the line, the future, what's not promised. We are talking about on a daily basis. When you wake up in the morning, what can you do in your life to make that life and that the world better for yourself and also for your partner? Okay, so service in that way. So let's go ahead and see what the message is from the Tao Oracle. And I use the Tao Oracle deck because it is basically the I Ching, and it really communicates some very powerful, very strong spiritual messages. Okay, well, you know what? I have 3 cards here, and I'm going to accept those and lay those out. Actually, 4 cards, so I'm going to accept those and lay those out here for you, because that really never happens where 4 cards in a 4-card reading will jump out like that. And because I was already concentrating on you and speaking on your particular situation, Capricorn, I'm going to go ahead and accept these 4 cards and see what the message is that's being communicated here for you. So in the past, we have a card called the Receptive, and the receptive talks about being devoted. So if you're in a partnership, you may have already devoted your love, your time, your energy in being a patient and supportive partner, very responsive to your partner, a very earthy type of love. It's the feminine principle. So there is a sense of devotion, a sense of mothering, but in the sense of being there in a loving way for the person that you are with. Okay, it's the yielding principle. So it's not the aggressive type of love, it's the supportive, loving, intuitive, receptive energy that we're talking about. There also may be the influence of maternal love. There's a strong maternal figure in your life that either taught you how to love by example, or who really was a strong figure in your life and is coloring the entire way that you approach love, and that you are even present in your own partnerships. Okay, very earthy, receptive energy there. Now, I feel like right now what's on you is the need to have a partner who is sincere, to be in a relationship that is sincere, where there is respect. Respect is very strong with Capricorns, and you're very much overachievers in your lives because you want to climb that ladder. Okay, not just professionally, but in your life, as far as where you are in society. You want to be seen as someone who is loved and respected. So it is very important important to you that the partner that you choose, or the partner that you are with, or the one that you attract is someone who is seen as respectable, who has something to bring to the partnership, who has their own strong sense of self as well, because you have a very strong sense of self. It's important that you are able to respect that partner as well, and that you are seen as, a power couple, as a strong a strong influence and a strong established partnership in your world, in your immediate world, and in the way the world sees you. What I feel, though, is in your 6th house being illuminated here, the question is not just how you are seen to the world, but what can you give to the world that will either attract this type of partner to you, or that will allow you to work in partnership to give back what you have received. Okay, you may have already achieved a certain amount of mastery and of renown, or of prestige in your life, in your professional life. What now is it that you can give back into the world? And in doing so, you will connect with like-minded individuals if you are not in a partnership right now. And even if you are in one, just being around people who are, like-minded, who have mutual goals, who are looking to not just improve their own personal lives, but improve the world around them, can really bolster not only your own sense of worth, but also a partnership's worth, okay? So, there is an important message here is be modest about your own achievements and don't concentrate so much about that. More focus on the world around you and what you can give to the world, okay? And in doing so, you're going to gain a new sense of prosperity, not just in your own personal life, but in your partnership as well, if you are in one. There is good fortune that's going to come out of what you are offering to the world. There is a new sense of success because you will be expressing your gratitude by supporting others. Not just through your own material possessions, but what do you have on a material level to offer to the rest of the world? What can your partnership offer to the rest of the world? Very strong message of service here, and of reaping the rewards in your partnership, and attracting twin flame energy that will be devoted to the same type of causes as you, or to the same type of service, okay? It may be a situation where if you're not in a partnership, you become involved in some type of charitable organization or movement, and in doing so, you are opening yourself up to, to connecting with people, or one particular person who is of that same on that same spiritual level, that they're looking beyond their own personal achievements and looking, where can I affect the world? Where can I change the world? And in doing that, imagine what type of strong beneficial union you can create that will not only be uplifting to you spiritually, but uplifting to the world. What the message here is an interesting one, because it's a message of standstill. Don't withhold yourself. So standstill talks about withholding, being in a stalemate, alienating, or being mistrustful, being insensitive. The message here is to not allow yourself to be that way, okay? Not allow yourself to express yourself in that way, because if you look here, you have two people. It's very possible that this is you and this is the potential twin flame that you are wanting to attract. But because of you withholding yourself from what your mission is in life, you are preventing yourself from bringing your two souls together, because you are in a standstill, not knowing how to now move forward and how to attract this energy. Perhaps you and your partner are in a standstill right now, and you need to give of yourselves in order to move past this sense of perhaps alienation or a stalemate that you are in, or a sense of stagnation in that partnership where things have grinded to a halt, okay? Time to release any sense of mistrust or insensitivity that's been in the relationship, and now focus your energies on sharing with the world what your gifts are, Capricorn, okay? And in doing so, reaping a sense of prosperity and goodness that is trying to transform and trying to manifest itself in your life, Capricorn. Okay, so this is the message that's being brought to you by this full moon in Gemini, and again taking place in your 12th house and your 6th house, a time for you to really release yourself from whatever has been holding you back. Perhaps that's in your partnership or in yourself as an individual, and now allow yourself to give yourself over to the world and be of service to humanity. I do hope that this message has been resonant for you, Capricorn. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate anyone who is a newbie to the channel. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and to listen to this message. I hope that it's been beneficial for you. If you are looking for a more personal reading, please contact me at my website, where I can do a private reading for you, a private love reading, where we can concentrate on the twin flame energy, either attracting or how to attract that in your life, how to release any type of obstacles that might be preventing you from bringing that energy into your life, or concentrating on a current or potential partnership and finding out what the energy is there in that partnership for you, okay? Thank you so much again for spending this time with me, Capricorn, and I do wish you a beautiful and blessed full moon in Gemini, and I will see you next month for the new moon readings in December. Thank you so much. Bless you.